My body is very important to me. I think a big part of being successful is creating the vessel to support it. Your mind, your heart, your body. Health is wealth. And if you're healthy, you're strong, you're rested, I believe you make better choices. I believe you're more ambitious, you're more goal-oriented. I believe that. Give you a few seconds to get on, everybody. James, Master Raymore, what's happening? I have a second book out at Amazon within 1 week. Very excited. My new book, my second book, is The Adventures of Bray and Tay. It's a children's book based upon my children when they're 3 and they're 6. In this book series, they'll be immortalized at 3 years old and 6 years old. 2 ages for me that are magical. And everything's based upon their adventures with different life skills. The first book, of course, is Focus. I encourage you to carry it in your school. I encourage you to read it to your kids. If you're an excellent kids or One Merit Badge client, what a great support. It gives me, the creator of One Merit Badges, more validity, more credit. And if you can carry the book as well, hit me up. I'll give you a good bulk discount on it, okay? Amazon's the priciest because it's print on demand. But if you get the book from me directly, I'll offer you a great discount, especially the more you pick up, right? I'm going to start giving it away as a gift at our kids' birthday parties. If it's age appropriate. It works with ages anywhere from, I'd say, about 6 and younger. My 5-year-old was loving it today. Well, of course, because she's in the book. But my 5-year-old was loving it. So today, hey, great. Lots of people aboard. What's happening, folks? Good. Tal, what's up, sir? So today I want to talk to you about, what are you afraid of? I met with one of, I don't want to say how I'm associated or related with this person, but I met with him the other day and we're discussing opportunities. And one of the recurring themes I kept saying to him is, what are you afraid of? I think the number one thing people are afraid of is change. Because with change comes uncertainty. The uncertainty. And that freaks people out. They don't know what to expect. They don't know what's going to happen. So, one of people's biggest fear is the fear of change. So they live in a state of complacency. And even though it's no good for them, even though it's painful for them, even though it's just they're not going where they want to go in their lives, they stay there. Because it's familiar, right? At least I'm familiar. I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to have the same 100 students year in and year out, and nothing will change. So, when you wake up 40 years from now and look around, you go, what the hell happened to my life? Whose life is this? I will never live that way. Never. The other part I think people are afraid of is disappointing those you love or disappointing those people around you. And the conversation was kind of like, well, I don't want to leave these people hanging. I said, sir, before you came along, were they working out for the past 40 years of their life? Well, yes. You think they're going to be able to find somewhere else to work out? I would say absolutely. When I stopped teaching in my school in San Francisco to make that shift from being a personality-driven business to a systems-driven business, I lost 100 students. 100 students. Crazy, right? But I knew that would happen. We had pre-framed it. Everybody knew I was going to stop teaching in X amount of months, and people kept saying, If you're not teaching, professor, I'm not going to train. So, well, I'm sorry. But you can understand. I have small children. I want to spend time with those small children. It's important to me. So I think that's the other thing why we're so afraid of making that move, of making change, is because we don't want to disappoint people. We don't want to upset the status quo. We don't. So we avoid it. We're afraid of that too. And the other thing, and this is the truth no matter how much we want, because action speaks louder than words. Everybody says, I deserve to be successful, I deserve to be prosperous, I deserve to do all those things, but so many people don't ever actually do it. Do you know why? Because Steve, Peter, man, lots of people on. Sorry if I'm not seeing you because I'm driving. Gene. The reason most people never pull the trigger, most people never take action, is because they are afraid of failure. They're afraid to fail, man. Quick summary for you coming aboard. We're talking about, what are you afraid of? People are afraid of change. People are afraid to disappoint people. And people are afraid to fail. And it's for those three reasons, and probably a myriad of many others, why most people are not at the level of success that they believe they deserve. I would say that for a fact. And in talking to this person, I said, there's nothing you have that I have that's any different. 2 arms, 2 legs, a mind to think. The only difference is I pull the trigger. I take action. I execute. That's what I do. I learned when I was fighting for many, many years, you got to be the first to go. You hear it from your coach all the time. Be the first to go. Don't hesitate. Be the first to go. Right? It's the same thing here. Because of these fears, I watch many school owners sit on the sideline. And they'll watch somebody implement a new system. They'll watch somebody else do it first. And if that person's successful with it, then they'll climb aboard. Wow. Critical thinkers were not born out of that behavior. That's for sure. Innovation is not born out of that behavior. If you're going to wait around, for somebody else's success, and then you're going to replicate it, man, you should be out there making your success, creating your success, defining your success. But what stops you? What are you afraid of? Review. Because more people are coming aboard. What are you afraid of? Number 1 is change. The fear of the unknown. Right, Eric? People are afraid of the unknown. Stefan, sir, all the way from Germany. People are afraid of the unknown. So they live in an attitude of complacency. Things are exactly day in and day out the same, kind of like Groundhog's Day. You know exactly what to expect, what time to wake up, what time to go to bed, what you're going to eat. I would go nuts if I lived that life. It's just boring. So change is the key to success. Second is we're afraid to disappoint people, especially those closest to us. Well, guess what? You are going to disappoint them. That is going to happen. There's nothing you can do to avoid that. Nothing. Nothing, because many people don't like change. Be okay with that. You will upset people, but people will get over it. It's only our ego that leads us to believe that if we make these changes, that someone's going to be just so broken because of it. Believe me, this world keeps on turning. It does. Think of all the great people we've lost, and life just keeps going, because that's the one thing you can guarantee. Time waits for no one. Life's going to keep on moving. Life's going to keep doing what it does. Third thing, we're afraid to fail. Well, we all understand this clearly. Every successful person fails many, many, many times over. I have failed many times. And I do some of my best learning, as I've expressed, lying flat on my face. And that's the truth. I don't learn when things are easy. I don't learn when things are going my way. I'm grateful. Now, I might learn to be a little more grateful, but I do some of my best learning through adversity. I really do. So what are you afraid of? Type it in there. Let me help you with that. What are you afraid of? Who's transparent and honest enough to post right now? What are you afraid of? Hey, what's up, Drew? Master Guido. Is that Master Guido? You just got married, sir, right? Congratulations. I can't read this while I'm driving. Yeah, there you go, Charles. Thank you for stepping up. I'm afraid to fail my kids. Oh, man. Me too. I'll be the first to raise my hand. You know, my father was a great teacher. He's still a great teacher. Taught me many things, but he failed on the simple things, giving me a hug, telling me he loved me, buying me a toy, you know, taking time out. But I understand he was a single parent. He was working an uphill battle. That's one of my biggest fears, failing my kids, man, disappointing them. But you know what? If I'm going to make a better life for them, Charles, I need to go out on the limb. I need to take chances every day. I need to push that envelope because if anything, lead by example. I'm showing my kids, don't live from the herd mentality. Be an innovator. Be a critical thinker. Drives my wife nuts because my kids are like me. They are. I would say they're like her. But to God honest truth, they're like me. My daughter can wake up in the morning and sit at this giant art table and just create stuff all day long. She's like me. She likes to create. She's fascinated by the new children's book that I have that just came out. But you know what? We'll be a bigger failure, Charles, to our kids if we teach them to live a mediocre life. We're going to fail our kids, Charles, if we show them that taking risks are wrong. Taking risks are important. I'm afraid of heights, so I've bungee jumped. I've zip lined at some of the highest levels, and I've jumped out of an airplane. That's definitely a risk. I remember when I jumped out of an airplane at the time, my San Francisco location was still a personality-driven business, making a lot of money, and my confidants told me, you're insane. You better not jump out of the plane. Your insurance will not cover you. I even checked. My insurance said there's no freaking way. You jump out of that airplane and you get hurt and you can't teach martial arts and you're the core teacher there. You're doing all the teaching. We're not covering you. But with my wife's okay, on my birthday, I jumped anyways. Life is one big risk. Every day we wake up, it's a risk. You know, so I'm not afraid of failing my kids. I'm only afraid of disappointing them by not living the type of life by example that would inspire them to live and create an amazing life, Charles. You feel me? What else are we afraid of? Asking for help. Yeah, James, we all are. You know, but I just make it a discipline. This is, and I kid you not, I don't mean to undermine myself, but every morning I wake up, after I do my morning meditations and gratitude, I look in that mirror and I say I'm a dork. I am grateful to strap on a white belt and get out there in the world. If you see me at a seminar, I'm sitting right in front. You know, I'm the first one to raise my hand. I'm the first one to ask why. I'm like that little freaking kid that goes, why is the sky blue? Because it is. Why? Because it is. Why? I will ask you why until I understand what it is. I'm not afraid to do that. You know why? Because I understand, James, that without that, I will fail. That's why my new book is called Live, Learn, Grow. You live and learn and you grow. If I am not learning, then I'm not alive and I'm not growing. So I kind of like water or food or air. If I don't learn, James, I die. So I am not afraid to ask for help from anybody. Anybody. I am not afraid to ask for help because I'm also a giver. I give a lot to people. I give a lot to everybody. Everybody knows me. That's who I am. That's my DNA. So I am not afraid to ask for help. And I'd encourage you, James, if you need it, ask for it. I got married 3 years about and became a dad to a 15, 13, and 5-year-old. I try every day to be the leader and positive role model for them. Show them that everything you want, you have to go get it. No one hands you anything. It's true. It's true, Charles. But I want you to eliminate the word try, because you do it every day, Charles. You don't try, you do it. Some days you fail miserably. I admit I do. But every day I'm doing it. I'm doing it for my family, and I'm cool with that. So let's eliminate the word try. Marketing and selling. Yeah, we're all afraid of marketing and selling. You know why, James? Because we're uneducated. We as an industry as a whole, we are uneducated, James. So we're afraid of marketing. So, we throw money away blindly to every marketing guru that comes across the pipeline with a super mega email translator, or the new thing is now ClickFunnels across the board. And I'm working on the trial right now in ClickFunnels itself. ClickFunnels is a company. And I'm looking at it and going, okay, this is cool. But I would much rather have a landing page that looks like a WordPress page for me. It's branded better. It looks better. But something like 10,000 people are using it right now. I mean, it's powerful. It's super, super powerful. So I don't know. The verdict's not in on that. I took 2 seminars. I'm taking the ClickFunnels one now itself, going through the trial. I will let you know what we should do with that. If we should be abandoning our websites and using just ClickFunnels, I'll let you know what I come with that for our industry. For me as an active school owner, that I can give you information on, and I'll study that. So what else are you afraid of before I get out here and go get my massage? What else are you afraid of? I think that's it, right? We're afraid of change. We're afraid of disappointing people, especially our family, and we're afraid of failing. Is there anything else you want to add to that list? Anything? Okay. So if not, all it is a freaking list. It's just words on a piece of paper. They have no weight. They have no power unless you give it to it. I will not. You're afraid of Facebook Live, Steve? Yeah, it's a beast. It's a beast. So, if I'm afraid of change, make one new change every day. If I'm afraid of failing my family, then be successful for them every day. And if I'm afraid of failing, then embrace your failures like they're your best friend. Embrace your failures like your best friend. Embrace them as part of the learning process. Embrace them as part of, making you who you are. And you're going to be fine. Cool? So 2 new books. My kids' book, The Adventures of Bray and Tay. It immortalizes my kids at 3 and 6. A magical time for me. Every life skill, my kids will be going through a different adventure at the ages 3 and 6. The first book is Focus. If you're carrying 1 merit badges, excellent kids, I encourage you to get this book. I can get you a wholesale price. Don't buy it from Amazon, especially if you're buying in bulk. PM me that privately. My other book, Live, Learn, and Grow. You want to talk about self-help. You want to talk about transparency. You want to talk about fear. All of it's there in that book. Pick that up. You can get an autographed copy at brannonbeliso.com, or you could get the one at Amazon for $14.95. Cool? I'm going to go get a massage. What are you afraid of? That's what I'm going to leave you with today. What are you afraid of? Most of it is all in your mind. Get rid of it, because it's stopping you from being everything you truly deserve to be. Till we talk again, go out there and live your best life.